Well, university student leaders on their planned demonstrations in opposition to the new funding model, they have instead issued a 30-day ultimatum to the government demanding the scrapping of bands 4 and 5 in the new university funding model. This is after the Ministry of Education announced a new initiative to enhance stakeholder engagement on the new funding model for higher education. Brian Mushiri has more on that.
In a statement, the Ministry of Education has said it will establish 2 time-bound working committees that will include student leaders, experts and relevant stakeholders, tasked with reviewing the implementation of the new education funding model and recommending necessary improvements. The statement reads in part, and I quote, "Thus, for greater efficiency and to achieve meaningful student participation and involvement, the Ministry is constituting 2 time-bound working committees that will draw membership from the student leadership in addition to experts and other relevant stakeholders." End quote. However, during a press briefing, the student leaders acknowledged the government's efforts, particularly the Ministry of Education's initiative to develop a new funding system aimed at addressing the rising cost of higher education in the country. However, they pointed out several shortcomings, notably the lack of accurate data on household financial capacity, which has led to challenges in the model's implementation.
We demand that, 1, there be a reduction in the bands that exist in the new funding model. That is just band 1, 2, and 3. We are saying that Kenya is not a nation of the affluent. We are a third world country, and as such, we cannot claim that we have rich parents or that we have rich households in Kenya.
The leaders decried lack of opportunity for students and university leaders to offer feedback or propose alternative solutions.
Our call for calm on Monday comes from a point of concern for the businesses in the city, for the security of our students, and to give government one more chance to do right by the students.
Among the key issues the students want addressed is the high costs of accommodation and the rigid structure of university fees schedules. They urge the government to consider revising the funding model to make education more affordable, especially for students from low-income households.
Power. Power. Comrades, power.
Power.
In addition to scrapping the controversial bans, the students are also demanding a reduction in the interest rates on student loans. They argue that the current rates are too high, exacerbating the financial difficulties that many learners face, particularly in the light of widespread unemployment. Initially, the students had accused the government of failing to engage with key stakeholders, including student leaders, in discussions about the funding model. They criticized recent engagements as inadequate, saying they lacked meaningful input from the student body and other critical stakeholders. Brian Mushiri, NTV, Nairobi.